Success does not come overnight. That's why I'm trying to show all this. Success does not come overnight. You can't expect to start from up here. You have to start from down at the bottom of the rocks. So many people gets out here and says, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm doing it right now. It's going to happen overnight. It doesn't happen that way. You rush success, you will fall on your face. I promise you will. None of these businesses started overnight. They didn't just immediately boom. They've been in the business. They started from the beginning, working their way up, working their way up, working their way, learning. Years and years. People that's doing the same thing that I'm doing, that they've been in it long before I have. T-shirts, photography, anything in a business aspect, someone started somewhere and it took them a while to get there. So, you want to do something, let time work for itself. Because you force it, like I said, you will flop on your face. And then you'll feel discouraged. You won't want to do it no more. You think it's not worth it. And then all this goes down because you didn't take your time to get it started. And then it caused problems. Oh yeah. I would have loved this to start 9 months ago and just started. When I first got that plotter, was it the plotter? I had the plotter probably for 2 months before I got the heat press, the little mini heat press. I think it was a 9x9 or something, or 8x9 or 9.5. Well, I don't know, something small heat press. 3 months later, I got the heat press, and then those two set. Probably for another month or two before I started getting a little bit of inventory. And then I got some of the inventory. Then I started getting my vinyl supplies from out of Central Kentucky. And now with all that, I still had all that, and I had all stocked, and then another 2 months later, then I finally broke open the box, put the plotter together, downloaded it to the computer, learned the software, because let me tell you, when you don't know nothing about them, you're going to spend a lot of time. Test. Because you just make it, send it out there, your vinyl falls off the shirt, you're done. Because when one person says it ain't no good, it travels through the grapevine. And that stuff you don't want to put online, because you put that online, you're going to just jump in the fire and burn yourself down before it even starts. Test. Each one has got its own settings. They're meant for it. There's a reason for the settings. There's all kinds of aspects from the printer and from the plotter itself to the press. Temperatures, different temperatures for different fabrics, different temperatures for different types of material. To vinyl, there's different types of vinyl. It's a number of things. There's the pressure that you have to have, certain pressure, medium pressure, high pressure, low pressure for the press, for different types of fabrics, different types of the transfers, the vinyl, everything. It's all different. Ink sublimation is different, way different, because it's hotter than the actual vinyl. Then you got the pressure on the plotter, on how much a different type of material you're cutting, requires a certain type of pressure, speed, and you got to have it all dialed in perfect and know what you're cutting to make sure it cuts just right, so that way it weeds easy. And then you lay it up on the press, and if that press is too hot, that will melt that vinyl. Your transfer paper, the actual transfer backing that's on that, when you weed it, I've seen it. It melts it right to the shirt. You can't even pull it off. So yes, everything, you can't just hook it up, start cutting, and press. It's not that easy, believe me. In the beginning, I thought it was, but it's not as easy as you think it is. But once you do it over and over and over and over, it gets easier because you learn the software. And doing all what I have learned, it took me about 4 months to get to where I was at. Now it's nothing for me to produce any kind of vinyl design, which I'm getting a different plotter. I'll have this one as a backup plotter. I'm getting an actual printer a printer cutter. I don't know, I think it's right how you call that, because it prints it, and if I need something cut off that, what it does, I can print the design, and then it can also cut it out. Downright cheap. That's going to probably be back in December of this year. And it's going to be probably way bigger than this. We're probably talking 30 some inches. So this is a 28 inch. And actually no, I think the one I looked at was a 48 inch printer cutter, yeah. That might cheap. And then I'm switching to the once I get into the aspects of all this stuff, I'll show you what's good brand, what's not good brand. I'm starting out with the cheap stuff, which is a little bit harder because I didn't want to sink all my money into presses when I needed to get the screen press itself. The heat presses, I can manage because I've got a thermal heat temperature gun. I can test it before I actually start pressing, which made that bigger press a lot easier. Because apparently the people that I got it from off eBay, it stopped responding. And so I've been had on it. But it's funny, the little one does a better job than the big one. But I can't. I try doing big jobs on the little one. It is a pain in the butt. But the little one works perfect. The big one sucks. Because I got to constantly, when I get ready to change the temperature for a certain fabric or a certain material, I got to sit there for like 5 or 6 minutes just to set the temperature. So it's going to stay that way and keep testing it after every couple shirts. So because the digital readout box on it is reading different than what the temperature on the platen is. So anyways, enough talk about that. And I still haven't even finished my exposure box. So I've got a lot of videos to make, and I got to get on this, and I got to get done. So I'm going to be working for the next couple days to get this done and pump out some more videos. And I've still got other videos on backlog that I got to get out that I haven't even posted for the days that I was supposed to be posting. And I just never had time to post because I've been so busy. And it's not a bad thing. You know, there's things I have in my personal life I like to take care of too. And I'm trying to learn that balance with this and that. So, and when you have a lot of energy that you're burning more than you can get. Yes, I got to get these. So yeah, I got a lot of editing stuff coming. I actually broke down and got me it's not a very expensive editing type tablet. It's going to do me until I get the bigger one. But I got that. I got a new stylus coming. It's a fine point stylus that I can actually edit my designs for vinyl, for my screen printing. I can make my own designs. I am going to be creating a line of clothing for every season, and it's going to be hand designed by myself, where I'm not using anybody else's design, because now I won't be able to do, I don't know, I might be able to try to pump out some Valentine's stuff in the next few days and just you know, go from there. But I'll do a little test run on it. But with everything I'm getting before Christmas of next year, I will be able to design my own stuff. I don't have to go and get the design from everybody else. But now the jackets I created that a lot of people have seen online that I've been selling, those were designs that I put together. It took me a long time to get that set up. How I wanted everything. Everything of that, you might go online, you can see something similar to those designs, but the military man, with the flag and the cross and the things. I kneel for the cross and I stand for the flag. And then the American flags on each shoulder, and then the cross and the flag on the left chest piece. Every bit of that I put together myself. I drew it out. I sat there. It probably took me a good, what was it, 32, I added it up the other day, I don't remember what it was. I think it was like 32 hours of time to get that jacket design set up. Now it's in my system. I can print it off and make them anytime I want. But I feel more, what do you call it, gratitude for myself when I design something myself. A lot of people would just rather get it from everywhere else and just be easy. But you're creating something, you're printing or you're cutting or you're doing something that somebody else already did. You know, yeah, I'm not going to dog it. Yeah, it's easy. If that's what you choose, it's all right. But I choose that I want to put that time in to have quality pieces coming out that I personally designed. And when I get this screen press going, and once it starts going good and my orders start taking off from online sales and stuff, I am going to hire another person, and I am getting another screen printing press. So I'll have two. So before Christmas, hopefully, fingers crossed, that I'll have a warehouse that I'm looking for. I've been looking at a few, and it's not been what I wanted. 2nd Street Co. will have the capacity of 6, what was it? Was it 12? 8? I think it was 8 or 12 color screen printing presses. It's going to be high capacity. I'm starting off now. I got a few things from people in the past. It's like, don't post it unless you're actually already doing it. So guess what? I'm doing it. So I'm posting it. So I corrected a lot of people in things that I'm doing. So I've got the equipment and more's coming. So I don't wish it. I don't sit back and think about it. I don't sit there and maybe I'll do it, tomorrow. Because I'm doing it now. You got to get up. You got to get it done. If you want something, you have the notion in your mind to say, what have you always wanted to do in your life? What is your love? What do you love to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What kind of dream do you want to build? Is it photography? T-shirts? Your own organization? Your own company? Something to do with internet? Something to do... It can be anything. Your own restaurant? Your own candle company? The options are endless. You got to start somewhere and build it up. What was it? It's about 3 years ago? 4? I think it was a little over 4. I think it was right at close to 4 years ago. God, I'm tired. It's another thing. Yeah, don't get no sleep. And I gotta go. I don't know. I got a topic I gotta talk about too that makes some people understand some things. I'm not being mean about it, but it's something that I get all the time, which it's not true. Anyways, what was I talking about? I don't forget what I was talking about. Anyways, the thing about it is that if you want something, go out and get it. But 4 years ago, that's what it was. 4 years ago, I started at McDonald's in Pikeville, Kentucky. Did I like it? No. But I'm no better than anybody else. You got to start somewhere. So I started out there. Then, 4 years ago, believe it or not, I was working for a low minimum wage. So I was barely getting by. I was staying with a friend, and so that helped me out some. Went from that job to another job. It was a bar restaurant in Pikeville. That job I actually love because I love the people that I work for there. I had some fun times. I had some freaking awesome freaking times at that place. And that place is still open, and occasionally pop in every now and then. And I'll never say anything bad about that place, because that place was another leg step up to where I was going to go. Then I went from there to Texas Roadhouse, and then I ended up getting a second job, which was right across from the restaurant, a department store. And those were my two final jobs that I had worked. And I went with those two jobs and transferred to New Jersey, which was like not even like 5 minutes across the water. If you've seen my videos in the past for the Statue of Liberty, I live on the New Jersey side. 5 minutes from what's it called? I think it's called Liberty Park or something, like Flag Park or something in New Jersey. And I was like not even 5 minutes from that waterway from I forget the name of the actual name of the water. Was it Harbor something other? I forget. I don't remember the name of it, but I wasn't far from it. And it was a dream come true, because I've always wanted to go to New York, and so I built everything from there. A year later, after I got there in 2019 to now, probably heard this story before in my other video, but some people probably won't watch the other videos. They're just not catching up on this one. So, came back. Now I'm trying to get 2nd Street to Kentucky. And it's all a domino effect. You start from the bottom and you work your way up. Do it and it gets done. The bad thing about it is, sometimes success can be a lonely journey. Because not a whole lot of people can really stand the work aspect on what comes along with building a business, an organization. It's in all at the same time. It's hard work. But the thing about it is, I'm going to put this out here. 2nd Street Co. is not for my pocket. The reason for 2nd Street Co. is to build enough company to support 2nd Street, which is the independent nonprofit organization. This generates the income for that company. Everything that I have is being re-put back into the company to build it up to generate the income for 2nd Street, which I'm looking by summer, everything that was being bought from everything else that I have done the past few months, there's money in the account for 2nd Street. And then a percentage goes back in to the equipment to build it bigger. Well, that money sits there and it doesn't get bothered, because I won't let it won't be released until more in summertime, because that way I have enough funds to help a lot of other people. So I think I took too long in this video. It's 25 minutes on this. I'll probably end up cutting a lot of this out. I talk too much. When I get going, I just keep on going, because it's happening, because you got to work for it. I did not get anything that I've got right now give to me. It come out of my own pocket. If there's a will, there's a way. If it's meant to happen, it'll happen. If it's not, do not fight it, because it will not work. Go about it a different way. That's all you got to do. Thank God every day that I have been blessed to do every bit of this. I'm human, yeah. I make mistakes sometimes. But I know I don't let those mistakes stop me. I've learned a lot since I moved out of Pikeville. I love my hometown to death. Like I said, even when this is up and going, I'm going to help. I help Pikeville. I help all the counties within and around my surrounding area, and then some. But it took Pikeville, the fall of Pikeville, that the companies I was trying to put in to teach me a lesson. I could still do it, but I had some talks with some friends and it didn't. It said just go about it a different way, so that's what I'm doing. And this is going to be huge here in Eastern Kentucky because I can also help with jobs a little bit. A few people can come and help run all this because I can't do it all myself. But okay. Anyways, the topic before I get off here, because now the video is working up on 30 minutes, so I'm going to cut a lot of things out to make it shorter, but it's probably ain't going to be very much. I had some people, not just one, there's been several. It says that every time they watch my videos that I always look tired. Well then, people thinks that I'm high or I am doing something that, no. I am 70% Cherokee. I had the test done a few years back, and I've got proof, and that I am 70% Cherokee. That's where these high cheekbones come from. So when I smile, my eyes get squinty. So, no. I am clean as a whistle. I've never done drugs. Don't plan on it. So, now that I've explained to myself, when people see this video, they will understand that no, I don't do drugs. I've never done anything. Don't plan on it. I will help people get help because I have other people that's in that field to help people, so I can lead them to them people, and them people can help them. There's always a connection. But no, I am not on drugs. I don't do stuff like that. I do smile a lot. So when you see my eyes disappear, it ain't because I'm high. Even though I will tell you high. Yeah, that was probably corny or cheesy. But anyways, that cleared that part up. Now we can get on with the rest of the videos with understanding that I am okay, but tired. Okay, all right. Now I'm at 29 minutes. And I am going to end this video tonight, and I will see you tomorrow. And a lot of things going to happen tomorrow, so I do have to get into bed, and I have to get up tomorrow bright and early, get all this stuff on track, because I want that press up and running so I can start running it next week. I might test a little bit on it, try it out, because I've got to order. What was it? I've got to get 21 screens with different mesh counts for those to start out, and then 2 months later I am going to get 21 more, and it's all going to happen. It's getting its process. Yes, it takes money to do that, but if you work and save it, buy a little each at a time. I gotta quit talking. I'm gonna keep on going. I gotta stop right now. Anyways, everybody have a wonderful night, and I will see you in the next video.